We will stop illegal immigration, deport every last criminal alien, and dismantle every criminal gang and cartel threatening our great citizens.
We are not getting the accounts of migrants. When these women tell me that they were put into a cell and they were told to drink out of a toilet bowl, I believe them.
Over the past few months, the Trump administration has dramatically reshaped the immigration system to impede green card applicants. On top of that, you have the coronavirus. While health officials tell us to stay in our homes, immigrants facing deportation worry that they may not have a home for much longer. But as the White House has been passing these new policies, the confusion about these policies has been reaching farther than the policies themselves. As a result, immigration lawyers are flooded with calls and questions recently, and some have even gone online to try to help unravel the Trump administration's confusing and ever-changing immigration rules.
There's really just panic and mayhem and uncertainty, and again, on top of the health and the economic issues that our clients are already worried about, just like every single other American out there, we've been flooded with calls and concerns from our community saying, hey, does this apply to me? What is the effect of this?
February 2020, the White House imposes the public charge rule, which affects over 500,000 green card applicants.
Our rule generally prevents aliens who are likely to become a public charge from coming to the United States or remaining here and getting a green card.
Bottom line, it's a wealth test, right? And it's just going to be very, very difficult for many, many members of the immigrant community to meet that wealth test threshold.
The public charge rule arrived right at the same time as the pandemic. How did that affect your clients?
Well, definitely the main thing that they are worrying about is whether seeking treatment, getting tested would be detrimental to their application to adjust status. And even on the USCIS website, right on the front page, it says for immigrants to actually go get tested and that this will not affect their petitions.
So let me get this straight. Immigrants can go to the hospital for COVID-19 without being considered a public charge.
Correct. And it will not be a negative factor towards the public charge rule.
March 2020. Amidst the pandemic, Trump bans all travel from Europe.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. And these prohibitions will not only apply to the tremendous amount of trade and cargo, but various other things as we get approval. Anything coming from Europe to the United States is what we are discussing.
Almost immediately, Trump had to correct errors in his Europe travel ban, but not before panicked Americans in Europe scrambled to try to get home before the ban would start. Apparently, the ban does not bar American travelers. It does not affect trade at all. And by the way, he got the date wrong, and it would start on Saturday and not Friday.
Those tweets and just the misinformation, and then, as you said, just coming back and saying, well, the exceptions are, U.S. citizens, the spouse of a U.S. citizen, a lawful permanent resident, spouses of and children of people in the service. So there, you say it and it's just this blanket thing, causes mayhem for a few days, and then what actually is going to happen comes out, and it's thankfully not as bad as what we all thought it was going to be, but it still is, it's not necessary.
April 2020, Trump begins a wide-reaching immigration ban.
In order to protect our great American workers, I've just signed an executive order temporarily suspending immigration into the United States.
I got an inquiry after we did a Facebook Live about Trump's executive order, and they said, okay, so I should wait 6 months before I file a petition for my parents. And I said, no, where are you even getting the 6 months from, right? It's 60 days. It's a 60-day executive ban. I said, the process is such a long process that file your petition. The petition is going to take 12 months, and this is hopefully going to be done and over with 12 months from now. I mean, there's just all this misinformation. There's this fear. People are holding back. It's absolutely creating a chilling effect on immigration and moving cases forward. it's heartbreaking. It really is.
Immigrants will have to ride out the shifting dynamics of the coronavirus, the economy, and the caustic political environment. They will have to rely on immigration attorneys and activists because it becomes increasingly difficult to keep up with the changes in immigration policy. For BronxNet, I'm Stephen DeCastro.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.